Hey guys, it's Sophia and Booth Babe and Ninja Tony, and you may see
I died.
we have this weird air mattress thing. Don't joke about that,
Oh.
because we're talking about something serious.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So we evacuated for the hurricane. We live on the bay, and
Of which state, Sophia?
of Florida. I don't think they need to know my address, okay?
What city?
I love you. Stop it. We live on the bay, and
Do watermelons grow there?
this is going to be the longest 5 minutes we've ever recorded, guys. And so we were a part of the group that it was considered mandatory evacuation. So we are not in Florida right now. We are in Texas instead. And we are on air mattresses, hanging out. And we're very lucky. We have very, very good friends who are letting us stay at their place. We have all of our family here except for my father. So shout out to my dad. Please stay safe. And I'm going to take like a minute to talk about the seriousness of it. So Tony is from Texas, and he really hasn't lived through a hurricane. And he certainly never lived through a Category 5. I lived in West Palm Beach whenever Andrew came through. So I remember that. And it was devastating. And I didn't want Tony to have to deal with that. I don't, the idea of rebuilding and everything is difficult, but like the noises and stuff that you hear while you're stuck in a hurricane, if you've ever been stuck in a hurricane or a tornado, the uneasiness that you feel is pretty difficult. Also, in our case, I don't have a job right now, and Tony's school is used as a shelter. Sorry about that. So we kind of had an option to leave. And so I just want to take a second and I want to say anyone who is in the path of Irma, if you can evacuate, please do. I know it's a little late right now. Stay safe, hunker down if you need to hunker down. And honestly, don't let the stress get to you. Try and stay positive. Right, Tony?
Yes.
He's awkwardly involved in this video.
I am very awkwardly involved.
But now we're going to talk about something happy.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the Defenders.
Defender. Did we ever talk about that?
We didn't, because the other Five and Friday never went up.
Oh.
So we're talking about...
Why didn't it go up, Sophia?
Because I'm a bad person.
Oh, boy. We gotta talk to your boss about this.
My boss is no longer my boss, so...
You're your boss now.
No, shh.
So I'm your boss now?
So the Defenders.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble now.
I
got some spreadsheets.
What do you think about the Defenders?
No. We gotta talk about spreadsheets.
No.
I'm your boss now.
No one wants to hear this.
Okay.
No one wants to hear this anyways, but no one wants to hear that
About
either.
spreadsheets? Okay.
Okay, so Defenders. Jessica Jones is best pony. There you go. Jessica Jones is the best.
Yeah, she's great. So Iron Fist is truly terrible.
Terrible. Actually terrible.
So there's this idea I've heard. Iron Fist, actually, Netflix is making Iron Fist really unlikable so that he can grow and become likable. And I really hope that's true because he's like nothing right now.
We can't stand him.
And he's just like a big old.
He's the Ross. As my friend said, he's the Ross of Friends. And we're hoping that they do try to like make him better because eventually everyone kind of was okay with Ross. But, like, no, he's just...
Yeah, he's just really terrible. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I love Luke Cage. And I was really excited whenever Luke Cage and Iron Fist got together because they're real buds.
They're real buds in the comics, too.
Like, they play off each other really well, and they have a lot of fun together. And they kind of did that a little bit, but then at the same time, Luke Cage is like, you're a little bee.
You're a little bee. You're a little bee.
So,
Daredevil... looks awesome,
Daredevil,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting to me because whenever you're talking about actual power, Daredevil is not as powerful. He's kind of the weakest of them all.
Well, I mean, he's like
the more normal
heightened senses.
So whenever you're talking about like power, Jessica Jones is the most powerful.
Yes.
Like physical strength, she's the most powerful, but she can't take a bullet. Therefore, Luke Cage is the most. He's a tank. He's actually the defender.
Mm-hmm.
He's the unbreakable skin.
Yep.
But if we're talking about actual discipline, the Iron Fist is the one who's supposed to be
Iron
the
Fist
coolest.
is supposed to be the strongest.
He's supposed to be the strongest.
If in comic universe, if you take the Defenders and you say, go at that wall of enemies, Iron Fist should defeat the most. He's the most skilled.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that's frustrating about the Defenders, because Iron Fist is just a little bit worse than Daredevil. I was like, well, that's not how it should be.
So that's
Which is also, I'm hoping that they make him better.
And then, of course, Daredevil. Now, what I'm excited about is because, yes, Jessica Jones, if you can't tell, she's my favorite.
What?
But guess who was seen on the set? Everyone knows this.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Who was it? Captain America.
Yeah, no.
Misty Knight.
I love you. Misty
Tony
Knight.
Stark.
Anyways, no. David Tennant. The Purple Man.
Oh, for the Jessica Jones season 2.
For the Jessica Jones season 2.
Which is not Defenders category.
Which is not technically Defenders, but I wanted
your
to talk
boss,
about Jessica Jones.
I think we need to get more focused.
I think we need to end this here. So it's been actually 6 minutes.
As you can tell.
Sorry, we're exhausted. It took us 25 hours to get to Austin, whenever it should have only taken like 18 because of the evacuation. There's a lot of things going on. We are praying for everybody who's still in Irma's path, and just be safe and love each other. And we'll definitely see you next Friday. We'll just see where we see you from next Friday.
I'll make sure she gets the video out, everybody.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.